Okay, so this video is going to show you how to cut the lap joint. So you'll need your tenon saw, your piece of pine, which is your back, you need your bench hook, a mallet and a chisel. Okay, first of all you need to clamp the bench hook into the vise. Okay, now we've marked off our waste already, so this is what part we're going to be cutting out first using the tenon saw. Okay, so just move the other tools out of the way for now. Again, we need to mark off the left hand side of our lap joint along with the left hand side, or sorry, the right hand side of the bench hook and a little cutout. Again, 3 fingers behind, pushing the wood into, and it's dead important here that your finger now, we haven't got the advantage here of cutting in between line, we need to be cutting it right on the line. So your finger is going to be put right on that corner, okay, to drag the saw up against. Okay, so again, making sure we've got our stance correct, our tenon saw is held like so, and the same thing, same process as we did before. Put the corner of the saw on, the front should be pushed down, and just drag the saw back once, twice, and 3 times. Okay, now again guys, this is dead important that we're actually focusing really heavily now on the back to make sure we're right on the line so we get a really square, perfect cut. Okay, just cutting steadily, trying to keep the saw as straight as possible. Okay, a nice steady action. Okay, and we can see now we're right on the line, we've cut the line away, so we're literally perfectly in between those lines. Okay, so we just carry that on now, and we're only going to go as deep as this line here, so we're going to cut this chunk off and make sure we're going as deep here. Okay, leave your finger there, okay, and then just slowly cut down, constantly chopping the dust away and checking that we're actually not going too far past the line. Now you may find that one end gets to the line quicker than the other because your saw is more of an angle down or up. So what we need to do is just constantly be checking and having a look to make sure. You can see, for example, on this one I'm getting very close to the line, but on the back edge I'm not, so I just need to tilt the saw slightly more forward. And now it's a case of just doing the constant checks to make sure we're not going past the line. Okay, so we can see now we're on the line this end and on the line that end. Okay, might just do a touch more on the front. Okay, so there we've got the cut straight down, we're nice and square, and we're to the line on both edges. Okay, now we take out the bench hook, bench area of white, and put your pine into the vise and clamp it nice and tight. Now this is where we're going to be using the chisel, okay, and the mallet. You'll hold the mallet in the hand that you would normally write with. Okay, the chisel will have one flat edge, okay, and it'll have one edge which is tapered, as we can see on here. Now it may be this wide. You may have a narrower one, okay, like so. So it doesn't matter which one you use. It's easy to do it with a wider one, okay, but if you've only got a narrow one, we can still use a narrow one. Now we can see the work is set up in the vise with the joint facing you, which means it's dead important that the flat edge of the chisel is facing away and the tapered edge is facing towards you. Now what we're going to do first is just come along about halfway in our waist. Okay, so the first time you don't have to be dead accurate. Okay, but it just gives you a chance to practice. So we put the chisel on, hanging over slightly the edge, and just take it up so it's perfectly straight. So it needs to be vertically up. If it's leaning this way or this way, okay, you're going to end up with quite a bad joint. So really make sure that it's square. You're going to hold it steady, put the mallet in your right hand, okay, and just knock. Okay, like so. And that will just fall off. Okay, so that will just fall off like so. I'm just going to readjust just so it's a bit clearer for you guys to see. So again, chisel on, about halfway between, so we're not going all the way to the line. Steady, just knock it off. We do that all the way along. Like I said, this time it doesn't need to be 100% accurate, but it's just easier to knock off half of it first before we go back and do the rest. Okay, now we've got the rough bit Okay, we need to really be careful now to make sure we're perfectly on the line. So it's a case of maybe getting a partner to help you make sure your chisel is vertical. But when we're putting the chisel on, we need to be really careful that we put the tip of the chisel and the point of the chisel perfectly on the line. Hold it steady and then straight down. Now if it doesn't fall off, don't worry, don't try and pull it off. We'll cut that off in a second. But again, 2 hands to help line yourself up. Put your chisel on. Fold it up, and then again down. And we do this all the way along the line, really taking our time. Don't be tempted to snap it off. Don't worry if it doesn't come off. Really taking care to line up your work. Okay, now if it doesn't come off, that's fine, it's not an issue, that's going to drop off. Okay, all we do is loosen it out. Okay, and you can see these are just sort of still hanging on almost. Okay, put the bench hook back in, tighten it up, and just gently with the saw. It just means that you can quite cut further enough in the middle. Okay, so all we do is put it back in the bench hook, put your saw on, and just slowly and carefully saw away. Now you can see they will just start falling off. Okay, they'll come off there now. Now, we can check that with our other piece of wood, and we can see by pushing it up against, we have quite a good joint. There is a few little gaps, which we could do with getting rid of and sorting out, but I'll show you how to do those in the next video.